On Instablog's Global Report today, we talk about the eunuchs who are finally finding a place in Indian society. They are making their presence felt in various fields, from politics to movies. But has the discrimination vanished? RCJ discusses that later in the show. Moving to the other top stories in Global Report today. Israel Hezbollah agrees to swap prisoners. Caesareans on rise in Brazil. And Nepal tourism affected. Welcome to Instablog's Global Report. I'm Radhika, your host for the day. Also in the Global Report, the eunuchs who are finally finding a place in Indian society. They are making their presence felt in various fields, from politics to movies. But has the discrimination vanished? RCJ reports.
This is Radhika, citizen journalist for Instablogs.com. Indian mythology may have accepted them very early, but Indian society still has to accept them. The eunuchs, or castrated men who have a man's body but woman's soul, have always been made to live in a secluded place. Their place in society is nothing more than as a thing which is full of evil, and that is how they make their living, by taking money in lieu of promise of warding off all evil spirits. Their families disown them the second they tell about themselves. The crushing social stigmatization, abuse and general derision from the wilder community may be changing a bit now. Recently they were employed as tax collector in Bihar, where they hanged outside one's house until he paid his taxes, a method which proved very successful for Bihar government. The government is even planning to have job training programs for them. But one of the biggest problems is their being seen as evil. The draconian law needs to be repealed, according to which all gay, lesbian and bisexual people living in India simply by being sexually active hijras are breaking the law. This law gives unchecked powers in the hands of authorities who can abuse them anytime they want. Indian media attitude is changing, and recently in a Bollywood movie they were given serious role. Unlike the past, even the Indian government seems to be finally recognizing that hijras exist. In March 2000, Shabnam Mosi became the first hijra to be elected into Indian Parliament, and since then many others have taken her lead by successfully entering the political arena. In March this year, hijras were factored into the government's policy making for the first time when they were named as a target group for a breakthrough de-addiction program. In the same month, the state of Tamil Nadu allowed hijras, if they wish, to be recognized as T rather than just M or F on ration cards, with the same being planned soon for passports and driving licenses. Even the community asked government for affirmative action for the upliftment of the community. All this may not change society's perception overnight, but it is a start worth appreciating.
Israel has been shocked by the news surfacing regarding the life status of the two abducted soldiers. Reports are CJ Jesse.
This is Jesse Edwards from Israel CJ for Instablogs.com. As the preparations draw closer for the prisoner swap between Hezbollah and Israel, shocking news has surfaced regarding the life status of the two abducted soldiers, Eldad Regev and Ehud Goldwasser. According to the Lebanese newspaper Al Akhbar, at least one of the soldiers was killed during the initial raid on July 12, 2006, but at this time they are not releasing which soldier it was. Hezbollah also claims to have video footage of the attack itself, but is unsure of whether to release it or not. This report comes after previous information that the two soldiers were alive up to present day. Israeli citizens and the families of the soldiers are anxiously awaiting more information.
More and more mothers go under the knife in Brazil as Caesarean culture takes over the natural deliveries. RCJ reveals the shocking figures.
This is Celso Camargo, citizen journalist reporting from Brazil for Instablogs. With 44%, Brazil has the highest caesarean birth rate. The caesarean birth, which is 10 times more expensive than a natural way of delivery, is also 10 times more profitable. The health ministry found that the rate of caesarean birth hovered near 80% in private hospitals, while averaging 26% in public facilities. The profit factor is the difference. Public hospital doctors aren't paid according to the number of deliveries they handle. A normal birth can drag on 4 days, while doctors can perform a C-section in as little as 15 minutes. The doctors, in place of encouraging vaginal birth, almost force a patient to go to under knife. Many obstetricians know more about performing surgeries than what to do when there is any irregularity in a normal birth. On top of that, cesarean births have become so ingrained in Brazil culture that many women request the surgery, hoping to avoid the pain of vaginal childbirth.
Already crumbling, Nepal's economy has been hard hit with the closure of the way to Tibet. More on this from our CJ.
This is Prajwal, a CJ for Instablogs reporting from Nepal. Nepal, the country in a border of Himalayas, is full of scenic beauties and sky-reaching mountains. The tourists have always flocked here, and it has also never disappointed them. But from the most uprising, common man who was dependent upon tourists for his living is having a hard time. People expected for a more tourism-friendly regime, but Maoist presence itself brings a fear in every tourist. And recently, China also has closed entry into Tibet from Nepal, which was a favorite of trackers. China fears that it could be used by Tibetans to revolt again, and it is also planning to stop tracking on Everest from Tibet side. The common man in Kathmandu, who generated most of their living through hotels, casinos, travel agencies, restaurant, foreign exchange, shopping and things associated with it, is the most hard hit. Now when tourism has been down for more than 2 years, every season has become off season. The situation is desperate one for Nepalese, and further discouraging is what we see no way out from this.
And if you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be the platform. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll get back with more updates and more voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Reports.